All right. Hi. This is our first episode of Community Conversations of 2024. And what day is it today?
It's our anniversary.
Yeah. 17 years of marriage. 17 years of covenant relationship that God gave us. So what do you think? 17 years.
Well, I mean, it really doesn't feel like such a long time.
Right.
It kind of feels like, oh, we've just been married the other day. But in that same sense, it also feels like
Why you say it like it's so bad?
Because we were like so young when we got married. We were like so young. We didn't know each other for that long.
Yeah.
So much has happened.
Right.
Since then.
Yeah.
That it really feels like a long time ago. But
yeah.
It kind of still feels like
yeah. For those that do not know, we met, and I think 3 months after meeting each other, we started talking about getting married.
You started talking.
We started talking about getting married. I think 6 months after we got married, we were preparing for a wedding. We started working on the wedding, and got married after just 9 months of knowing each other. But I think it's been a great journey. It's been a great journey. We've learned a lot from that. We've learned a lot from. I think we've grown.
We've grown tremendously.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like a little girl.
You were not that little. You were 26.
Yeah, but
yeah, you were.
I don't know. It seems like so many different world. Like, we were so young and inexperienced.
Yes.
In terms of when it came to stuff about life.
Yes.
I was still living with my mom.
Yep.
I had never lived on my own before. I had worked. I've had other jobs, but I had never been independent away from my mom.
Yeah, whereas it was
or my sister.
Whereas it was opposite for me, because I think I left home when I was 20. I left my parents' home when I was 20 to go to university, and then from there worked, and I mean, we had such different experiences. Before then, were you ever thinking about getting married? Was it a goal of yours?
It was a goal to get married, but it wasn't something that I dreamt of or this was my goal. But I did know that at some point I wanted to get married. I never, ever, ever, ever expected getting married in Botswana.
Right.
That was not even something I thought was possible.
Yeah. For those that do not know, can you tell them the differences, where we're from and all that?
So I'm from Guyana. Guyana is geographically South America, but culturally Caribbean.
Yeah.
So, and then Gary's from Botswana, which is Southern Africa.
Yes.
The South.
Yeah.
So when I moved there, it was for a visit. It was
supposed to be a visit.
A short visit. I was there because my mom had relocated to Botswana to teach.
Yeah.
So we were just going. My sister and I were just gonna go visit, spend some time.
Yeah.
Stuff changed, and our time got extended, and we stayed longer.
Yeah.
So marriage in Botswana was because when we got there, we were in rural Botswana.
Right. You.
So it's not even
and when
possible.
When we met, I had just moved to Maung from Gaborone, and I was just a city boy in my thinking. Also, because I was born in a town, so I was just a basic city boy, and but the stark differences, in culture and upbringing. I am from a 2-parent home, and you grew up mostly with a single-parent home.
I grew up with my mom and my grandmother.
Yeah. So I had a very strong father, unfortunately, who passed away 2 years ago. But I had a lot of influences from the people around us. For you, it wasn't something you thought about, but for me, getting married was very important, because I had seen great marriages around me. So I had seen some really great marriages, and men that stood up for God and for honor and for just good marriage. Yeah. So that was one difference. So I grew up with that. So for me, I always hear people say stuff like marriage is not what did they say? Marriage is not an achievement. For me, it was, and it always will be an achievement. So this is great.
Yeah, it's been good.
Yeah, this is
really
great.
Been beyond what I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Because even when I got married, marriage wasn't really something that I saw a lot of, and
yeah,
it was not a good picture because my dad had left our family, so I grew up with my mom and my grandmother.
Yeah.
So women ran the house. Women did everything. Women took care of everything. So marriage wasn't something that, I mean, it was a desire, but it wasn't a goal. If I could say that. So getting married to you has changed my perspective on a man, a father, a husband. Yeah. Because believe me, I didn't have a good one. But yeah. Yeah. It's been good.
Yeah, it's been a great experience, and so
if you had to,
so happy anniversary to you.
If you had to change,
yeah,
one thing.
You try to set me up.
Would you change?
You try to set me up. What would I change? Honestly, I don't think I would. I don't think I would. I think I think for me, my personality. I'm just a very loyal person. So when I married you, I married everything. Everything about you. Everything about you. I think I would change the stuff that I would change would not necessarily be on our marriage, but some of the experiences we've had. I think there were things that could have been avoided. That both of us made that mistake, but we grew from that and understanding that. But now understanding that no experience in the hands of God is wasted.
That's true.
And I think that's where I'm coming from. So I don't know if I would change anything. Maybe the talking back, maybe.
What would you have grown?
How would I have grown?
Yeah.
What would you change? What would you change?
I think I agree with what you're saying. I don't think I would change anything. We didn't waste time, so I can't say we would have done anything sooner.
Yeah.
We did what we felt like God.
Maybe I would have married you earlier.
There was no earlier.
You just.
But I agree. I don't think I would change anything. Maybe how we handle some things.
Yeah.
Because we've traveled quite a bit while we've been married.
Yeah.
We lived in Botswana for a while.
Right.
For a long time. All of our kids were born in Botswana. We never lived in Guyana, but we visited. We've been there. We spent time there, and now we're here in the States.
Right.
So we've lived our marriage in different cultures.
In different cultures. Yep.
And we've adjusted and learned from all of that.
Yep.
So I think I would.
And I think God has been good in terms of even just giving us the grace to be able to live in the 3 different cultures, because that's basically what our home was like. Yeah. I remember we had conversation when we were doing our marital counseling with Pastor Michael Walker. He encouraged us to think about the kingdom culture, because we had a lot of stuff. I had my own African stuff, my own African Caribbean stuff, African stuff, and so it's been great being able to mold our own culture. But it's been it's not been difficult for us. I think it's difficult for others. When Africans, when they see me not doing stuff that they deem African, It's like, what are you doing? You know, which means, you know, this woman she's used some muti on you, or some she's bewitched you. Or you know, I know that there were some things from your side of the family, people telling you have to make sure you keep your passport.
Yeah, when I first got married in Botswana, I was told make sure you keep your passport, because you know they have those movies where women go to these countries and then they get married, and then the husband, because of the male dominated culture, and the husband takes everything and they can't leave and they don't have freedom.
Right.
So I think some of my family were trying to prevent or protect me from that. So they're like, make sure you know where your passport is at all time. Make sure you have what we call Vex money.
Yeah.
So that if stuff goes wrong, you can just be out of there. But it was never like that.
Yeah. I think we both have learned how to not necessarily tolerate each other, but live with each other in a very positive way. And anything with God in it is easier.
Yeah, because I think kingdom culture, you kind of die to self a lot.
Yep.
So I think a lot of our issues in marriages is that everybody wants their rights, their own. Like, you're thinking about yourself.
Yep.
More than you're thinking about the person you're with. So that in itself causes a problem.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can think about me above yourself,
mm-hmm.
and I can think about you above
mm-hmm.
myself, I mean, it's not always easy. But it's doable.
Yeah.
And it makes things easier.
I think
it's good for the kids to see.
Yeah, I think that's also, I think what you said is really good.
Yeah.
The whole concept, because the kingdom is about thinking about other people more than you think about yourself. Giving other people, you know, which is very difficult for a lot of people.
Because you always
you want to protect yourself. So I don't think we would have built a marriage, a successful marriage, a godly marriage, if it was all about me, you know, and you're putting yourself before the other person. And I think that's been the difference. Even when it comes to things like when we're having some passionate conversations, or when we're having conflict, because I think that helps in asking for forgiveness,
which is a struggle for me,
in forgiving each other. I think that helps. So yeah, it's been a wonderful 17 years, and we're looking forward to many more, and we're believing God for a lot more. Now let's talk kids. So how do you think our kids are doing with this type of culture? Because essentially we are from two different cultures, but our kids are really now very American right now.
I see some struggles in the kids, culturally drawn, but I think they're balanced. They have a very good perspective. Caribbean culture is very more aggressive,
right?
I think, right? Kind of like Southern Africa, Botswana is a little more laid back.
Yep.
Right. So as the kids are in America, where it's a more aggressive, fast-paced kind of environment, I think sometimes they struggle as to when they should push and when they should relax a little.
Right.
But that's a good learning thing for them to understand. Okay, this is a time where I need to stand up for myself, and this, I don't really need to.
And I think obviously for me that's a real thing for me, because, you know, even for me, being from Southern Africa, being from Botswana, being from the family I'm from, sometimes we don't really speak for ourselves as much as you would want us to. But at the same time, sometimes you don't have to be speaking. You gotta be laid back. So I think that's a learning curve, not just for us, but also for our kids, to say, you know what, in certain situations I need to be able to stand up for myself, but in other situations you're like, because, you know, the Botswana thing is, you know, sometimes we look at a situation, we assess it, and then we come back to the thing of, well, that's not that's nothing. So a lot of things that other cultures will be fighting for, we're just looking at like, well, that's nothing. But the day I fight is the day you're in trouble. So I think that's been good. So we've been blessed with 3 kids, 2 teenagers, and 1 almost preteen, I think.
Yeah, so our eldest daughter is 15.
Turning 16.
16
Mm-hmm.
soon. And then our son is 13, and then our youngest will be 10 in like a few days.
Yeah.
By the time this goes on.
Yeah.
She'll be 10.
Yeah.
And I think they've done really well. They've really grown, and you're starting to see their personalities more clearly. You're starting to see who favors mom, who favors dad in their personalities and their way. And you know, so I'm very proud of them.
Yeah,
I'm proud of you.
They've done really well.
A really good dad.
Yeah, I'm proud of you. You're very good, crazy mom. You know?
Yeah, I am the mom you'll remember. Really fun. Not crazy.
Yeah.
So, and which is the difference between us? Because in public, it's the reverse.
Yeah, in public
you're the outgoing
I'm the outgoing, I'm the fun
one. And I'm more laid back and quiet. People will never really know.
Right.
But at home, it's the reverse.
Yeah, I'm chilled.
Chilled, laid back, and I'm like all over.
Yep. I know about that.
Yeah.
But it's been fantastic. Be really, being in this journey with you, and I think there's a lot of stuff that God has blessed us with, and that we will be able to share with others. So before we wrap this up, just want to let you know that you can subscribe to our channel. You'll see everything that you need to see. Like our page everywhere, and just do whatever you can to support us. We'll be. It's also, you'll like our podcast. Yeah, this will be on our podcast. It'll also be on YouTube. We'll also put it on social media. What we're going to be doing this year is we want to be able to do more of these and share stuff. So if you have any questions, just send us questions. We will be able to answer those whenever we can. Marriage, parenting,
cultural differences, differences between male and female. Because that's a whole different subject.
Right.
All those fun things, vacations we take. Learning stuff we've learned, changes. It's gonna be fun.
And even our food, because being an Afro-Caribbean family, our food is banging. Our food is good.
You've come along with
my cooking is better. We're gonna talk to you one of these days about the cooking in this home. It's gonna be fun. We'll tell you how we started off, how it was. Right. So I am so thankful and grateful for my wife and my kids. We're thankful for you. Thank you for your support. God bless you. Do you have anything you want to say before we sign off?
Yeah, this is going to be a fun day. It's our anniversary. We're going to be having some fun and stuff. And I am just looking forward to talking more. Yeah. This is new for me, but I'm really enjoying it.
You're doing good. You're doing good. All right, God bless you guys. Thank you for everything. Our podcast is called Community Conversations, and this is going to be, so look for us and you will see the things that we do. We will share other things as time goes on. God bless you.